Are you getting tired of creating and scheduling content over and over again just to feel like you're fighting against the algorithm to even get heard by a percentage of your people? If so, then you are going to love what we are covering today, which is around 3 ways to algorithm proof your business. Number 1 is to leverage the power of polarity. Now, I know that this can be really hard because we all want people to like us, right? We all want people to just think that we are amazing and do amazing things. But here's the truth. You have beliefs that are against other people in your industry. You have ways of serving the people in your audience that are different than the industry norms. How often are you actually talking about that? For most, you're not talking about it because you're afraid of the feedback that you're going to get, that you are afraid that people are going to say,
she doesn't know what she's talking about.
Well, this is where you hold your stance and get super confident in what it is that you do, and what you offer and your beliefs around that. So here's what I want you to do. Create a list of all of the things that happen in your industry that piss you off. So these are the things that you are seeing on your newsfeed. These are the ads that are being put in front of you. They are also going in front of your people. So what are the things that you see all the time that is just not helping the situation? It's why people are wasting time, money, and energy. It's why they need to be working with you. I want you to list all of those things down. Then start to look at your content and see how often you're talking about these things. So a great example of this is that anyone that I follow in the health and wellness industry, I started to see a trend is that the people that I follow are people that are anti-meal plans. So they are people that do not believe in offering you a meal plan to take and go with because they don't believe in a one-size-fits-all type of approach. And as I started to see that, I'm like, oh, no wonder why I'm attracted to these people, because I feel the same way. I want to make my own meal plans with my own numbers. Like, I don't want the salad that Jane's eating. Like, that type of thing is one thing that sets them apart, right? In a world and an industry where meal plans are being shoved to people over and over of this is how you're going to lose weight, just follow this step by step, and then they're not happy, and we all know what happens, right? So instead, they are flipping the script and really using that as part of their polarity. Hey, I'm not going to give you a meal plan. Here's what I'm actually going to give you, and here's why, because I feel it will serve you best. Where on the flip side, if you give meal plans, but you do it in a way that's super specific, or it's a way that breaks the mold of the way people do meal plans, are you talking about that? Are you sharing why you believe that people absolutely need a meal plan and how they fail? This is where you start to bring in that polarity into the picture, no matter what your industry is. And the easiest way to find that is, again, just start to write down all of the things that make you upset about your industry. Trust me, I got a whole sheet of things that I feel about online marketing and online business in general and what is being sold to you. So I take those things and I start to create videos and blog content and different things around it. So one of them, this is me being anti all the hacks of how to get more people to see your stuff on Facebook and Instagram, where it's like, oh, start a pod and do this. Oh, create clickbait content, do this. Like, this is how you get people to see your stuff. No, put out better stuff. So this could be me going on a tangent, or I can take it and flip the script by putting out a video about ways to algorithm proof your business, which will show you how to create better quality content. And one of the first things is to explore yourself. Look at what your beliefs actually are, and are you sharing them? Because once you attract people with the same beliefs, then they are already looking for your content. They are going to engage in your content more. And then what does that do? Tells the algorithm that, hey, put this out to more people because people are liking this. So this is why you don't want to be vanilla. You want to be polarizing in what it is that you do, because this is going to allow the right people to attract you. Number 2 is to pay attention to your audience. I mean, really pay attention to them. It's very easy to see what they want and what they don't want based on what they're engaging on. So what I love to do is I look into the insights on social media and I start to look at, okay, what are the top 5 posts within the past month? So I just kind of do this in a 30-day gap for myself, and I will take a look and see what are those 5 things. And once I have those 5 things, then I want to ask myself, hey, based on these, what are the commonalities? What is my audience feeling that is making them engage on this post? So is it personal content, like about me? Are they more wanting to hear about my story and behind the scenes? Or am I seeing that they're really liking blogs and not really engaging with my videos? Or am I seeing that they really like to come here for humor and just to relax and talking about lighthearted topics? So when you look at your insights and you're able to see your top 5 for the past 30 days, what trend are you seeing? What are your people actually wanting from you? If I continue to put out content that people are showing, hey, we're not engaging with, we're not connecting with, like it's just not our thing, why keep putting out that content? You're making it harder for yourself. So instead, if you see exactly what your audience is telling you, you're willing to listen and trust it, even if it may feel weird, because sometimes you want to talk about one thing, but people want something else. This is where it's up to you to make that choice of, do you want to serve your audience or do you want to serve yourself? And this gives you that opportunity to really do so based on what's right in front of you. Again, we just have to listen. They're already telling us what they like. Number 3 is to diversify your touch points. So this means not relying on any one specific algorithm or social media to run your business. And I see this happening all the time, all with great intentions, but you wind up shooting yourself in the foot in the long run because there is no diversification going on, which means that if an algorithm changes, which it's always changing, right? Whether we know it or not, there's always tweaks that are happening in the background. If an algorithm goes through a big change, you can simply go, that's all right. I still have people on this platform, or I still have people on my list. I have different ways that I can reach people, so I am not reliant on whatever changes on Instagram. It doesn't affect me because I have other ways to reach my people. So an example of this would be that this video, we're going to take the audio, we are going to move it over to the podcast, so this can become a podcast episode. Then we are going to take the video, the podcast episode, and a transcript of everything, put it on the site so that we can leverage SEO. And then we're going to take either the video or some of the snippets from the transcription and post it onto social media. So allowing me to extend that reach over to Facebook and Instagram, which tend to be my 2 predominant social media platforms that I use. But see how this one piece of content, I didn't have to create more content. I just diversified the content and pushed it out to more places and had that working for me. So this gives you that option to do the same so that I know if they decide on Instagram that they're not going to show my content for whatever reason, or all of a sudden I'm losing engagement, well, let's just double down our efforts in another area. Let me make sure that this is getting out to more people. And this doesn't even include my list, which of course is getting this content too. So this is a way to diversify everything across the board in your business so that when the algorithm changes, it doesn't affect you. You just direct your efforts as needed and roll with the punches, because that is part of being a business owner, but you're not reliant on one single thing anymore. Now remember, the algorithm is actually there to help us. It's there to try to sort through the millions of pieces of content that are coming at you at any given time. It wants to help you. It wants to promote you, but it needs to make sure that you have content that people are looking for. So this is where Polarity and listening to your audience and really taking that time to put it in the format that they need and diversifying that starts to come in. So you can be setting up a business that isn't relying on an algorithm and instead is relying on what you can control. And that is quality content created by you that is in it for the long haul, because that's really what business is, right? This is a journey and your content is an extension of that. So are you someone who is finding yourself playing with the algorithm and trying to find all the hacks? Or are you someone who is looking to commit to just simply creating better content that your audience is looking for, standing out in your expertise and your beliefs and letting the rest come together?